Hey, my loves, Grand Rising. I hope that you guys are doing well, and I also hope that you guys are pouring into yourselves, practicing self love and spiritual cleansings. Remember that spiritual cleansing and self love are the key to everyday life and healthy day of every day. It should be a practice that everyone should practice. Not only because it helps you stay away from negative energies, but it also cleanses your surroundings. Whatever or whoever is in your surroundings that don't belong there, call on your spirit guides and have them removed. um, Today I kind of wanted to make this video really quick for you guys, for my subscribers, or at least for those that follow me, because I know that not all 3,000.8 subscribers in my channel are real. The majority of the subscribers in my channel are not real people. Those are bots, or like bots, fake profiles. And I kind of wanted to bring that up to you guys because I wanted you to see for yourselves what it looks like when you're being persecuted and oppressed out of envy and jealousy by others who are intimidated by a certain position of power or authority that you may have. But this is what happened to me in my channel here on YouTube. Um, a few years ago, back in 2023, which is when I originally started to make content, um, I started doing campaign ads like on Google, like Google ads. I was running campaigns on there, just to kind of raise the views and the subscribers in my channel. So we have to pay a certain amount of money or a fee, depending on what kind of Google ad we are running. So here's what happened with these Google ads situation and the group of people that have been persecuting me behind the scenes out of jealousy and spite and envy. Um, I published a video a little while ago. The name of the song was Forever Blue, and the song was performed by Frigga. So I ran a campaign ad on that video because I thought it was a really good song. It was a good message for the world that not everything is black and white in life, and sometimes, we have to alchemize certain situations and things. So that was mainly the reason I picked that song, because life is really a coat of colors, black and white. It's not always like that. That was what the song was referring to. And so I picked it to run the campaign ads. And it did well until I ran it internationally. So basically, it was supposed to be running on all the countries that I had selected. So here's the one thing that happened with this situation. When the video started doing very well, it got up to like almost 50,000 views, and subscribers. They were joining a lot, and there were a lot of people subscribing to the channel as the video was running. But there was something I noticed in the midst of the subscribers growing in my channel. Some of the profiles that are in my channel that shows as a subscriber, those are not real profiles. Those are bots. Um, and the reason I say that is because you know how when you check your analytics and it tells you the numbers of viewers, real time watch, and so on and so forth. In one of those things, there was something in there that said profile being processed or profile being fabricated, meaning that there was someone behind the scenes creating fake profiles to attach to the video and make it look like it was subscribers, but the whole time it was a couth like a ruse to kind of throw people off. The real subscribers, the real people. So what they did was block the video, and they created almost 3,000 fake profiles in my channel to make it look like the video did well, to make it look like I actually had gained some subscribers in my channel. But that was never the case. Those were all fake profiles that they themselves created so that no one would see the video. And when they realized that the views wouldn't stop and it just kept on rising and rising, they literally hacked into my Google Ads account and they paused the entire campaign. They didn't want the video to be seen. One, because the person in the video is supposed to be dead. And two, because the person in the video, it's already supposed to be existing in another country or in the same country. So basically, the group that was hiding this, they didn't want the world to see what they have done. And that was to create a clone version of me, which is the one that I have been referring to and talking about. Her name, she goes by the name of Kinsey. Um, this is a transgender, not a woman. This is a transgender. Um, that is the reason why she looks so overdone, way over exaggerated in her looks. She tries so hard to be just like me that she imitates every pose, the fingers gestures, the hand gestures, the poses. This person must have spent I don't know how long watching me in real time so that she can learn my every move, my way of speaking, the way I speak, and the way I dress, the way I look. This person must have spent a pretty good time watching me do all these things so that she can nail it to the core where no one will ever know that that is not me. It's a clone, an impersonator, a copycat. This is how she was able to get away with pretending to be me for so long. The group that helped her pull this off is the one that interfered in my Google Ads campaign with this particular video that I am speaking about. Um, so on the subscribers, and this was about a year or two ago, I believe it was. Um, ever since then, the subscribers on 3.08 on my channel, they haven't gone up or down. In fact, they maybe the few people that were real in the channel, those are the people that unsubscribed from the channel because I guess uh, they didn't relate to the drama that I was talking about, which was all the drama that these people have brought into my life and my light, including the homosexual Schultz Virgo man that keeps intercepting almost everything that I do or everything or everyone that's coming towards me. The copycat and this gay Schultz guy, they practice a lot of divination. So what they do is they'll pay a lot of money to a lot of different readers, whether that is readers online or psychic readers in the physical. So when they go to a reader or a practitioner or a psychic, they will go to them with lies and say things like, "Hi, here's a picture of this person. This person is a threat to my life. She has been threatening me. She has been cheating, not, but she has been sleeping with my man. She wants to take my man away. She wants to wreck my marriage. She wants to wreck my home." And when the practitioners or the psychic readers listen to these things that this copycat and the gay Virgo Schultz guy are saying, some of them are naive enough to believe the stories that these two are telling them, but little that they know, they're only using that as a ruse to, um, to cover up the fact that they're lying to them and that they just want to know what's coming for me so that they can intercept it and block it or destroy it altogether. This is what these Schultz, gay Virgo man, and Kinsey, the copycat clone, do. behind the scenes. These two people and the group of Masons that they work with, these people have been paying, they have been bribing a YouTube worker to steal and hide views off of my videos, and sometimes to hide my channel or my video altogether. One, because they want what I have for the clone, the copycat. So as long as they keep hiding me, the copycat will continue to pose and pretend to be me and taking credit for my work, passing my work as hers, when she herself has no talent other than spreading her legs and sleep with pretty much everything that walks and breathes and moves. This person has no self-respect. This person is very easy to get to when it comes to a man trying to get to her, because she doesn't have any self-respect. So she'll sleep with just about anybody that comes to her offering, whether that is money or just sex or drugs or pills, because that is what this copycat clone does. All she does is pop pills and live inside of a vodka bottle that she just won't crawl out of. This is why her mentality is so corrosive. This is why her mindset is so weak, to the point that it makes her do a lot of erotical things that one day will get her either killed or in prison. And in prison, she can't escape that because she's already in hot water, um, considering all the fraud. Oh, excuse me, all the fraud and the identity theft that she has committed, and the forgery and the perjury that she committed against my name. Um, this person has some kind of an obsession in wanting to be me. One, because she says that she is a better version of me and that I don't deserve to be me because I'm too stupid. What she says is that I'm stupid because I don't use what I got to get what I want. But that is the mindset of a prostitute. People who are divine and work with God, we don't think that way. And the only reason I have what it takes to do what she says is because God gave it to me. And what God gave to me is sacred. I don't taint it and I won't let anyone touch it. It's really very simple. But that was just one of the few things I wanted to bring up to you guys. And the fact that they paused my Google Ads campaign for this particular video, it started opening my eyes to who I really was and who they were trying to hide from me, which was the real me. These people never wanted me to find out who I truly was. These copycat and the group of Masons that she works with, these people didn't even want me to know what I was capable of. They didn't want me to see my true potential. They didn't want me to reach that full potential. Even though they knew that I had it, they still wanted me out of the way and replaced me with the copycat Kinsey clone. The only reason they want her is not because she looks better than me. This is not about looks or physiques. It's about evil. And the only reason they want her is because she vibes so low, on a low frequency, that it makes it easier for her to become a vessel for the devil to use. This is how she made a pact with the devil to come after me and take my crown, my anointing that God gave to me. And she didn't want to do the work. She just kind of wanted to bypass the entire hard work that I have done, to be where I'm at and to get what I wanted and to have what I have. And she just wants to bypass it, and just kind of kill me and step into my light and be me. That's practically what she thinks is going to happen, because the gay Virgo man and her, that's what their plan is. Um, when I started to see what they were doing against me and my livelihood, my my stability, my foundation, my home, my life altogether. At first, when I was younger and more naive, I never would have guessed that I had a bunch of people in a group of lunatics where they have been harvesting these horrible hate and jealousy for me. And the only reason they hate it is because they are not me. They hate the fact that God chose me, not them. And they take out that anger and frustration out on me. Like almost like saying it's your fault. Well, first of all, I didn't even know I had an anointing. Everyone else knew except me. I didn't even know that I was a chosen. Everyone knew except me. I didn't even know that I had spiritual gifts. Everyone else did. This was the reason they targeted me. This was the reason my life was taken in the claws of the devil to pull strings left and right and treat my life as if though I am some kind of a puppet where they can puppeteer my life. And believe it or not, this is exactly what they have been doing for 50 years, manipulating and puppeteering my life, like if my life was some kind of a toy. And every time they hurt me or harmed me in some way, they laughed, they celebrated it because my pain was their gain. My losses were their wins. Every time I lost, they win. Every time I suffered, they gained. And for a very long time, for almost 50 years, I kept wondering, what is it? There were times in my life where I thought that I was cursed. I thought that something was really wrong with me because this is what they did. They tried to make it feel or make it look like if though this is all on me. And they tried to oppress my light with illusions and false narratives about me so that nobody would ever want to work with me or even talk to me or acknowledge me. Their entire purpose was to keep me isolated, alone, broke, and no one to love me or care for me. This is what they wanted for me. This is the reason they kept taking people away from me. This is the reason why they kept turning people against me. Every potential mate that I ever came across, they would sabotage it with lies, narratives that weren't true. They were designed to make the potential mate run and spook him off, making him believe that I was some kind of a monster. Because every time I win, they try to come back around and taint my win with lies and false stories that don't exist, never existed. They did this to me in the past, and I've spoken about this in other videos and what they did, how they did it. And this copycat Kinsey clone, she, I have a hard time calling her a she because she acts more like a man who is out on a power tripping with just about anybody because she wants power all for herself. She wants the world to see her as the end all be all. She wants the world to ask permission from her to do things to other people because she considers herself some kind of a leader that belongs to an organization of criminals, murderers, and traffickers, drug addicts, prostitutes, child traffickers, pedophiles. This is who she belongs to. She's part of this. Everything that she is what the organization taught her to do. When I found out that my campaign had been paused mysteriously by something or someone, I didn't even want to reactivate the campaign. I didn't even want to reactivate the ad. I wasn't upset, but I was more in the meditating state of mind where I was meditating about the situation, asking myself what could possibly trigger something like this for these people. What is it about me that these people hate so much? It's simple. It's the anointing that they have been after for so long. Shortly after I posted this video, I started creating other accounts on TikTok as well as on Instagram and Facebook. All these other accounts I was locked out of. The copycat locked me out of my own accounts so that she can take over my accounts and start making money off of my name, my image, and my pictures and my videos. My quotes that I would post every day for inspiration for people, she would copy them. And eventually, I lost almost every account on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. So I was kind of forced to, not forced, but I kind of, decided that to avoid all these, complications, it was better for me to stay away from TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook only because these people, the copycat and the group of people, seem to have some kind of a pool in within these three organizations: Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Whatever pool they have on these three websites or platforms, these people know people in the inside. These people work with people in Google who track everything that a person does on their phone. The Google account that I had, which is what I spoke about a few months ago, there was an a Google email address that the copycat stole very easily, and that was the Luna Monroe 074 at gmail.com. And she stole it very easily because, like I said, she has contacts with people in Google. This is how she was able to get into my account and change all the settings, even the verification step where Google has to send you a code for you to log in. Well, she switched the phone number to get those codes. So whenever I was trying to log in, those codes will go to her. Or um, she was able to come back in and switch the password all over again so that I got locked out. And this is how she kept stealing my opportunities. This is how she kept on intercepting almost everything that I was supposed to be getting, because she hacked in my emails and she saw who I was talking to, what I was dealing with, who was coming towards me. And this is how she was able to infiltrate and sabotage all these opportunities for me. These were opportunities for work, opportunities for friendships, opportunities for love, and all kinds of other opportunities that she took. And sometimes, whenever she would respond to certain people, if she was not interested in that opportunity, she will reply to them in a very nasty, ugly way where it makes me sound and look like a very horrible person. And that was only because that response that they were getting was coming from my email and it sounded like it was really me. But there is a way to track that. And the people who know about what really happened, they know exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm not going to speak on the details because I don't want this copycat to know where she messed up. The gay Schultz Virgo man This man is still not giving up. This man keeps invading my privacy. This man keeps invading my energy with witchcraft and readings and voodoo, and he has some kind of a stupid voodoo doll that he manipulates with magic so that things can happen in my life as the way that he coordinated it with the voodoo doll. And sometimes when unexpected events happen in my life, it's not because I caused it, but it was because these a-hole was manipulating things behind the scenes so that I would lose, not win. Practically, what these men wanted was for all my avenues to be closed, to be blocked. He wanted everyone to abandon me so that I would be completely left out in the cold and turn around and reach out to him. He wanted to be the savior of the day, save the day kind of hero. He wanted me to turn around and beg for his help, which to me, I found that to be pathetic, pitiful, and weak, and tyranny, because he really is more of a tyrant. This man is a coward tyrant who lives off of women. This man will sleep with just about anybody with money so that he can have stability. He doesn't care who he sleeps with. One, because he has AIDS and STDs, he doesn't care who he gives it to as long as he gets what he wants. And the copycat is pretty much the same way, you know. The group of people that these people work with, they have been very strategic about how they plotted the theft in my life. They plotted everything very strategically. And the best move that they did was to hire the copycat and fool everyone into believing that she was me. This was done out of hate because they said, we might as well have this blow up a balloon, walking balloon, over that ugly thing that we know for a fact is chosen. We hate her with a passion. And before we give her what we have given the copycat, we will kill her. And this is where they're at. They are currently dealing with a life insurance policy that they have on me. This is why their attempts to kill me do not stop. They want to get a payoff, or a payout at all cost, because in their mind, they want to win at all cost. Even if that means taking me out, killing me for the payout. I have reached out to life insurance place where they have records. If anyone has ever had a life insurance on you, and the 3 times that I have reached out, each one of those times takes 90 days. I have waited 90 days. I resubmitted the request. Another 90 days went by, nothing. Another 90 days went by, nothing. And these people have a unique way of concealing documents and people so that they won't tell anyone what they've done. The life insurance agent who helped these people pull this off is a person that must be stripped of his or her powers and or his position, because this is an abuse of power. This person should be fired. Whoever this agent or this life insurance company is that gave these people a life policy under my name when I'm not even dead, then that people need to be brought down to justice, because that is corruption. You don't give out a payout to people without having a physical evidence that says, yes, this person is indeed dead. But they got the payout. So for them, they cannot afford the feds or the world to see that I am really alive. Because in their eyes, they would look like liars, con artists, fraudsters, scammers. They don't want the world to see what they've done. This is the reason why they keep hiding my channel. They keep hiding my videos because they don't want the world to know or to hear what they have done. In this group of Masons that I have been talking about, that work with the copycat and the homosexual gay men, um, these people, believe it or not, these are real Hollywood celebrities. There's three females specifically. One is a Virgo, the other one is a Taurus, the other one is a Leo. One is black, the other one's Italian, the other one is Puerto Rican. These three women are dark witches involved in the kidnapping and disappearance of a lot of YouTube creators that have gone missing. Their platforms were suddenly abandoned, and their platforms were suddenly taken over by these people who are now making money to this date off of other people's ideas and content. This is how these three women became famous. The Puerto Rican one, she stole lyrics from another girl's content. And not only that, she had that girl record some of the notes in that song so that she can later use it in her album and let the world know that that was her singing those notes. But the whole time, it was a swindle issue. She swindled the entire world, made them believe that she was talented and artistic, creative, relatable, but she was nothing but. The Italian one is a man. That is a man who poses as a woman. He goes by the name of Stephanie, but her name is really Stefan. And since she already knows who I'm talking about, I hope that you don't get offended, sweetheart. I call it for what it is. And I'm not gonna lie to the world and tell them a lie. I will not support the lie that you have told the world. If you wanted the world, you should have made the world love you for you, not for the woman that you're not. For the black one, the Virgo one, she is a dark witch who works with a bunch of other different covens around the world and practitioners around the world that perform all kinds of witchcraft and voodoo for her on her victims. This person has a child that is not genetically hers. This person stole this baby at birth only to siphon and harvest her energy, her gifts. That kid is not their kid. That woman has been lying to the entire world about the paternity of her child. In some instances, this person was caught driving her own car while allegedly pregnant. And while the steering wheel sits all the way down of the cushion of the belly that looks like a pregnancy belly, the steering wheel was pushing all the way down. And obviously we know that if that was in real life, that baby wouldn't be born alive, that baby would be born dead. For the steering wheel to penetrate the pregnancy belly all the way down like that, that is not real pregnancy, that's a fake pregnancy. But suddenly, she has a daughter that lives under born, I'm sorry, a daughter that lives under evil because she calls her the Illuminati's very young, living, born and living under evil. Take the syllabus off of this phrase and you do the math. I don't know who she's trying to fool or who they are trying to fool because her husband is in it. These two people are guilty of human cloning. These two people have been cloning humans for quite some time. What if I told you that the one that you see on stage, the superstar that the world knows, is not the real her? What if I told you that that is an actual human clone? What if I told you that the real one is inside a cave, caged, being treated as a prisoner, as a slave? They stole her consciousness to transfer it onto the clone. The same thing that they did to me is the same thing they did to the original. But this black woman is not the original. This is a copycat, a clone, someone capable of anything to have what she wants. Ask her where the original is. Ask her for a DNA on her paternity with her child, and then tell me who's lying. The whole world has been lied to about who these people are. And even though they wear a mask of elite, their mask is cracking. It's falling off. Because the whole world is waking up to who they truly are. And not only that, this person has trafficked other children to other people for money. This person is involved in organ harvesting, human organ trafficking. When I tell you that this person is involved in kidnapping and the murder of many creators on YouTube and other platforms, I'm not lying to you. This is how this woman became connected with the underworld, the entities of the underworld, by selling human organs to other people. And you might ask, why do people want to buy other people's organs? Good question. Let me school you on that for a little bit. Um, the organs that they sell, that these women and the other celebrities involved in this, because there's three of them that are heavily involved with this. These three females are involved heavily in the selling of human organs in the dark web. These people are not only involved in organ trafficking, but they are also involved in child abductions. This is how she abducted the child that she has and claimed her to the world as her child. But this is all lies. It's not even the original print. She is not the blueprint. The one that they have imprisoned in a cave in the woods, that's the original. Oh, but she wants to call herself the queen of pop because she wants to be like Michael Jackson, the king of pop. But queens and divine beings and divine feminines, they don't act like that. That's how you know that that is a Jezebel, not a divine feminine. Now, these people were in conjunction with the same people that raised me, or what we want to call my family, parentheses, not really my family. Um, oh, excuse me. These people They they are involved in all the criminal activities that have taken place in my life. Things that have been done to my life behind the scenes by these people. These people came up with this brilliant idea that they would have the world at the cost of other people's energies and lives. This is why I have no respect for these people, because I know what they're capable of and what they can do to humans. These are predators, murderers that do not deserve to be free or be walking amongst us. They call themselves the Illuminati, but they are not. They pose as the Illuminati. Even that is a copycat of the Illuminati. These people were in cahoots with government agents or government agencies to target certain individuals that they didn't want to see them succeed. I was one of them. I was in that list. They didn't want to see me succeed. So they started manipulating and sabotaging everything in my life, making me, you know, feel forced to be in a box that I didn't want to be in. It was a box that they chose for me. But God said, my child is not to be in a box. Their disrespect for God and me, it went out of their way to show how much hate they had, not just for me, but also for God. And this is the reason why these people will end up in prison. Some of them will end up dead. Some of these people will end up in car accidents and die in car accidents. Some of these people will lose their homes, their jobs, their families, their girlfriends and their boyfriends because of the lies that they told. All these people will be exiled from social and spiritual gatherings. These people will suffer a serious public humiliation that they never wished upon themselves, but they wished it upon others. And the saying says that do unto others as you want done unto you. Everything that they wanted to happen to me will be happening to them, or it is currently happening to them. And the only thing they can do is try to swap energies like they've did all these years. Here they are, all of them, trying to do some kind of a destiny swap with me. They want to push their karma and their bad energy onto me. And they want to live my destiny. And they want me to live the life of a sick person like they are. But God says, my child is not a bad person. You people are. And this is why these people are dying. God is not kidding or playing with these people. They were warned multiple times to stop and to leave me alone, and they didn't listen. Now all of them will suffer the consequences of their actions. And I just kind of wanted to bring this up to you guys because I wanted to show you the lengths that these people went to try to stop me, to try to oppress my light, to try to hide my star and steal it for themselves. I wanted to show you what God does behind the scenes, Because for some of you that don't believe in God, I hope that this helps you understand that there is a God. If there is a devil, then there is a God. And if God anointed you to be in a certain position of leadership or power, no power on earth can take that. No man on earth can take that. Anyone that tries will suffer a serious demise for sabotaging a divine plan, something that God had already written in the book of life for me. If these people refuse to understand that what they're doing will bring them serious consequences, then I feel really sorry for them and their stupidity, because they will continue to lose and even die. Their karma is merely the beginning. That's just merely the beginning. They have no idea what's coming for them. And even though they know that doing things right by God and by me is the way out, they choose not to. Because they say, over our dead bodies, they said, she wants to be famous and rich and powerful. That's not going to happen in this life. It will happen over our dead bodies. Now, keep in mind that this is what they wished on themselves, over our dead bodies. When God heard them say this, he said, as you wish, but one way or another, you will be removed and you will leave my child alone. If losing their lives is what it takes for these people to understand who God really is, then be it. Because that will be the only way that these people will understand that what they've done is wrong. They stole my entire destiny. They stole my entire life. They stole the trajectory of my path. The moment that I stepped foot into the soil of American country, my life became a prisoner of greed from these people. These people turned me into a golden goose that they would live off of. But they also swore under oath that they will never allow me to win. They would never allow me to find love. They would never allow me to be successful. They would never allow me to live the life of luxury that I was destined to live. And they went against the grain and against God out of hate, envy, spite, jealousy. And like I said, if I ever wondered what really happened or what was really wrong with me, the wondering days are gone. Those wondering days are over. We know that this was about an anointing. We know that this is about money that was left for me, homes and properties that were stolen from me, and that we know that these people rather kill me before they return everything back to me. We all know that. And one way or another, dead or alive, they will return what they stole. The money, the homes, the lands, the assets, and the properties. Every bit of it. And they will also have to return every penny, every dollar that they ever made off of me. They will have to return. If they refuse to comply with divine justice, then they must prepare for the consequences of their own actions. Because there will be no leniency. There will be no mercy. There will be no courtesy. God will treat each and every one of these people worse than what they treated me, so that they can have a dose of their own medicine and feel the anguish, pain, the agony, the lack, the suffering, the poverty, the hardships, the setbacks. They will feel all of this 1,000 times fold, so that they can all understand what it feels like to be treated with disrespect and with animosity and hate. And keep in mind that God doesn't hate anybody. He only gives back what these people put out. And what these people have put out into the universe is destructive, corrosive, disturbing, concerning, and psychologically wrong in every level or every aspect that you can possibly imagine. And we're talking cardinal rules and divine rules. Divine justice was violated by these people. Divine rules were violated. And these people know that their end is here. They know that their lives is over. Their career is over. And that it is only a matter of time for them all to lose everything, even their own lives. As sad and as bad as this sounds, please know that these are not my words. These are the words of God, warning these people about what's coming for them. There is no way out. They knew that they couldn't come back from this, but they said, "We don't care. We hate that piece of crap. We want her dead." God said, "If that's what you wish, then your wish will be granted for you, not for my child." God knows his child has not done anything wrong. The universe knows that I haven't done anything wrong. God and the universe saw what these people have done, and they are here to redeem what they did to me and other innocent people that were destined to be in the spotlight, that were destined to be seen on a global level. And these people killed them and destroyed or sabotaged their livelihood and their lives. And I hope that this is a clear indication for those that don't believe in God. Excuse me. I hope that you believe in God now. I hope that now you can see the power of God. And even though some people are claiming out there that I am some kind of a dark witch or some kind of a warlock, they're telling people that the only reason I have what I have is because they're saying, oh, she's probably doing some kind of witchcraft, or she's probably working some worship in some kind of deity. But they judge others based on their own standards. Clearly, God knows that that's not what I do. That's the reason he's by my side. I don't operate under the dark or under evil. My heart is not dark. My soul belongs to God and me. Nothing else. And it does not belong to clones or copycats. It belongs to me. And even though they try to replicate me, imitate me, mock everything, and impersonate and do everything that I do, copies everything that I do, guess what? They will never be me. Eminem, the rapper, has said it many times. They can copy me, but they can never replicate me. And Eminem is right. It is delusional and stupid to believe that you can be someone else that is already assigned to be them. That is by far the most mental and stupid idea I have ever heard of. Only people with low vibrational energy can think this way because rational people with logic and common sense know that this is an impossibility. Think about, for example, I'm just giving you an example. Think about all the people, all the women out there that look exactly like Angelina Jolie. But guess what? They're just copycats. The blueprint can never be replicated. The original can never be replicated. It can be copied, but not replicated. That's the part that I don't understand how these people lack of common sense to not see. It's either because they're just born stupid or they're just stupid all the way out. Money made them stupid, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know these people. I never met them and I wish not to meet them. One, because I don't want nothing to do with any of them. I don't want nothing to do with the homosexual Schultz guy. If he ever dares coming anywhere near me, the first thing I'm going to do is call the cops. And if he dares to come at me in any physical violent way, I will shoot to kill, not to spook away or scare away. I will not play any games with anybody. Anybody that comes at me trying to harm me or hurt me or play me in any way, they will be met with vengeance from God. They will be met by the fire of God. You don't play with God. And this is the part they must understand, or they will all lose their lives for playing with divine purpose. But I hope that all of those who don't believe in God, I hope that you can look at me and look at what God has done for me. Look at where God has me and look at where the devil has you. If you're still worshiping the devil, I hope that you can wake up and understand that the devil is never going to give you anything for free. There's a price. You have to sell your soul to him, while God only wants devotion, loyalty, and humanity. He just wants good people. Either these people repent and return everything that they ever stole from me, from the houses, the money, the assets, the fame, everything. Either they return all of this, or God will make an example out of all of them. And not in private, it will be public for the whole world to see. If the whole world doesn't believe in God, then God is about to make them believers. Because all of you will see with your own eyes what these people have done and who they truly are behind the little mask of elite. None of these people are good people. For the people that are still buying music from various different singers that belong to the Luciferian group, think again. Because you will be suffering losses and even death only for playing their music. You know that song that Italian dude just released, Abracadabra? That's magic, black magic, for the world, to put them back to sleep. That was the entire purpose of that song. Everything that these people do has some kind of an ulterior motive. Nothing is done out of the goodness of their heart. One, because they don't have a heart, and two, because they don't have any goodness in them. And I'm gonna leave you guys with that. I'm sorry, I have a bit of an allergies this morning. But for those who don't believe in God, I hope that you can think again, because nobody will give you the success that you deserve the way God can give it to you. If you're going to gain success out of making a pact with the devil, then you're a fool. If you're willing to sell your soul for fame and power, then your soul is not yet worth anything. And all these people will go to hell for a small price, a tiny bit of fame and money that they ever got is what will cost them an eternal life in purgatory, burning in hell for betraying the children of God and for betraying God Himself. I'm gonna leave you guys with this. Happy Sunday. Happy Valentine's Day on this month of February. I know that today is February 1st, and I hope that you guys are able to show love to your loved ones and God, most importantly, to yourselves. Okay, remember that in order to love others, you must first learn to love yourself. And I'm gonna leave you guys with these, and I'll be back with another video. Keep your high vibration energy up and stay away from parasites, from covens and spiritualists that um, mean no good to you. Okay? Um, Turn to God and leave the psychics alone. The psychics are part of the devil. God doesn't work with that. Okay? I'm going to leave you guys with that. I love you, and so does God. Ciao.